I'm Key Washington. So I just wanted to talk today. Is my 1 year anniversary of being a foster parent. I got my certification in December 2021, and on my 6th day of going live last year, I was presented with two precious little boys who came into my door in the middle of a we were calling for a snowstorm, and I was on my way to DC to pick up um, some fruits and vegetables because I was on a 30-day raw challenge, and I was 6 days in on my 6th day. And I was halfway to DC when I got the call around 3:30 that they had two, a 1 and a 4-year-old who were in need of placement. And I was like, and they were boys. And I said, okay, cool, because I wanted under 5. And at that time, my account was negative like 300 and some dollars because uh, all the bills had just been paid as the first of the month. And but God, but God. So I had somebody had made Kelly of Kelly's Farms Kitchen in Harper's Ferry made me a raw vegan wrap. I picked that up, told just a random person. I told him about why I'm rushing and about this call that I done got to get home, to go turn back around and go home to get the house ready. And I called my neighbor who had a 4-year-old, 5-year-old son, that they had a 5-year-old son, and I said, I'm about to get 2 kids under 5 and I have nothing. I said, I don't have any food. I said, I don't have any toys for them. I have nothing. Nothing. So then I got a text message from the social worker from the foster agency and said, we're on our way. And I'm just panicking. I'm calling my sister Ashley, who's also a foster parent, who watching her over 2 years do it gave me the courage to do it. And so I called her to settle my anxiety. I was panicking, going crazy. So I heard the doorbell ring and I said, oh God, they're here, they're here, they're here. I go down to the steps and it's not them, but it's my neighbors with toys and bookshelves and food and everything that a 1-year-old and a 4-year-old would want to can eat. Oh, to think about it right now makes me want to cry. So I was crying, stuffed animals, everything, everything, even some clothes. And so one thing they don't tell you is that the foster agency, they may come with a bag, a duffel bag, but it don't have no clothes in it. It might have a pajama set in it, but it's mainly toys in this bag and books and stuff that ain't gonna, you know, ain't doing me too much good. Um, so I think they had both no. So there was nothing for the baby. They didn't have nothing in the bag for the baby. But I think Easy E, they had a pajama set in there, maybe. I think maybe. Anyways, so, but they do give you, they don't, they tell you that the check that you receive is enough that you don't need food stamps or anything. But what they don't tell you is the check that you're supposed to get comes 30 days late. So I didn't get a check until the end of February. And I told you my account was negative, right? And I didn't get paid for another 2 weeks. Yeah. Yeah, it was on a Thursday. I got paid that Thursday. And I was negative to go for another 2 weeks. But God. God told me to go live every day for the month. He gave me a different assignment this time. Last time was to go raw and go live to show people what you're eating. So this time is to go live and then write a letter in IG every day. So that's what I've been doing. So let me go back. So they show up. So then the next doorbell was them. And so I had just bought the groceries and stuff in and just put them on the floor up in the kitchen. And they had just slid the toys in the door. So soon as, excuse me, whatever I ate just has me showing up on this video. He comes in and he starts playing with the toys and everything. And the baby, he just sat there in shock. He didn't talk, he didn't move. I didn't even know he could walk to the next day. He didn't make a sound. He had just turned one, kind of found out he had just turned one 10 days prior. He had on a size, he was only in the 6 to 9 months. After I finally figured out what size he was, 6 to 9 months, he had on a size 3T pants, no socks, no shoes, no coat. And was just numb. This baby was numb. Just the thing about it makes me want to cry again. And then the little boy, he was 4, and he had on a size 7-8 shirt when he was a size 4T, 3T, 4T, and a size 6 pants. Everything was too big on him, falling off, and it was just heartbreaking. So then they gave me a voucher to go shopping, but you can only use it at one store, Gabe's. And Gabe's, Christmas had just ended, and a snowstorm was coming. So I got somebody to come over and watch them for a couple hours the next day while I go out in the snow to go and find something. I haven't had a baby since in 25 years. My godson is 28 now. And so it was a lot to not know what size feet he wore, and then continuously just kept going back and buying shoes and take shoes back and buy shoes. So for about a week, still didn't have no shoes. He couldn't go out in the snow. It was so hard. It was so hard for the first few weeks, and then you had to schedule all these doctor's appointments within 72 hours, and you don't know what they're allergic to. You don't know what they eat. You don't know nothing. It's like a guessing game. You don't know nothing. All they tell you is that they was taken out for whatever reason, domestic violence or whatever. You just don't know. You just don't know. They give you minimal information, and then boom, you're it. And so we gave the baby a birthday party, got the baby in the clothes, heard him laugh. 2 days later, he laughed for the first time. Couldn't find out he could walk. So the boys, I had them, they were reunited with their mom. I had them for almost a year. And then I had 7 children after them within the last 3 months of the year. I've had 7 more kids come through these doors. And fostering is not easy. It's not easy, but it's worth it. I know that they are changing me into a better person as much as I'm changing them into a productive citizen. So many changes I saw in Eazy-E. He came in cussing like a sailor, talking about demons and zombies and huggy wuggies and people coming to do bad things to us, but God. He came left out of here praying and loving and without no nightmares and everything. So if you're considering foster care or you are a foster parent, God bless you all. I salute you. That's my 10 minutes. Peace and blessings. Good night.